everyone, and welcome back to UZEX News on UzReport TV channel. Today in our edition, you can get acquainted with the latest exchange news as well as with the exchange market condition of ferrous metals. At the beginning of our program, we traditionally offer you the results of trades on all trading platforms of UZEX market and definitely the price dynamics of the top commodity positions. These were the main indicators of UZEX exchange over the past week. Now let's dwell on to the latest exchange news. Following the results of the competition held by the National Association of Investment Institutions of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Uzbek Commodity Exchange won in the nomination Best Corporate Governance in 2024. Effective corporate governance of the exchange ensures balance between managers and shareholders, optimizes business processes, increases the transparency of the company's activities, and also serves the stable and sustainable development of the company. In order to optimize business processes and improve work efficiency, Uzbek Commodity Exchange has begun to implement artificial intelligence (AI) services. In particular, the AI chatbot service has been introduced to provide customer support in the electronic public procurement system of the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. Now, authorized users of the harid.uzex.uz platform can quickly receive answers and technical assistance upon request in real time without contacting the exchange's call center. In the future, it is planned to expand the functionality of AI chatbot, introduce new AI services, and integrate them into other electronic trading platforms of the exchange. We're moving to a separate segment of the UZEX exchange trade platform. In particular, let's consider the exchange market of ferrous metals for 2025. Over 130,000 tons of ferrous rolled metal were sold through exchange trading in January-May 2025, which is 18% less than in the same period of 2024. On average, 26,000 tons of ferrous metal were sold per month, as we can see on the screen, and the maximum sales volume of 34,000 tons fell on the months of April of the current year at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. In the sales structure, reinforcement took the leading position with 86%, as we can see on the screen, so it takes the lion's share and goes with an absolute leadership position in the segment of ferrous metals at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. The second position here is taken by Angle with a share of 8%, and the third top leadership position here is taken by Circle, which goes with 4% and takes the third top leadership position in the segment of ferrous metals at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. The share of other product groups was below 1%. So let's look at the market situation, in particular the dynamics of prices for all grades of rebar in general over the period under review. The market has shown growth. At first, prices from January to February increased from 9 million sums, as we can see on the screen, up to 9.3 million sums per ton, which is due to a decrease in the volume of exhibits. In the month of March, a decrease to 9.1 million sums per ton is observed at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange, and however, since April, as demand has grown, quotes for rebar have also begun to grow and amounted to 9.4 million sums per ton, as we can see on the screen, in the month of May. So next, let's consider the second most important market at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange, which is definitely the ferrous rolled metal segment, and that's going to be the angle. Over the period under review, this market has demonstrated mixed trends. At the beginning of the year, in January-February, angle prices rose from 9.3 million sums per ton, as we can see on the screen, up to 9.7 million sums per ton. In the month of March, prices on the contrary fell to 9.4 million sums per ton, which is definitely due to the seasonal factor and consumers' preference, or by 4% has gone down. Against the backdrop of a reduction in the volume of exhibits, May quotes rose again to 9.6 million sums per ton, as we can see on the screen at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. So definitely this is quite positive news on one hand for the consumers working in this segment, but definitely this kind of price formation occurred due to the active position of the factory producers and their systematically performing exactly this kind of ferrous metals angle at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange. So let's go to the regional consumption in the next, and in the terms of the volume of ferrous metal purchases by region, the largest ferrous metal transactions were concluded in the metropolitan area, which is Tashkent and Tashkent region, which combined share is 66%, as we can see on the screen. The second position here is taken by the buyers of Namangan region with a share of almost 10% at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange, and it's worth to mention that the third top leadership position on consuming ferrous metals at the Uzbek Commodity Exchange goes with Navoiy region, which takes 5%. The share of other regions is in the range of 1 to 4%. So these were all comments for today. Thank you for watching us and being with us. Do join us next week on UzReport TV channel, and definitely visit our website at www.uzex.uz. See you next week. Bye.